How to get rid of heat rash. Heat rash, also known by its scientific name, miliaria, is a condition caused when the skin's sweat glands are blocked, trapping sweat beneath the skin. It is triggered by heat, meaning that working hard in the heat or sunbathing can cause it. 1. The irritation and dotted red pinprick rash that results can be anything from a minor nuisance to a serious problem depending on how far they are allowed to progress. Luckily, the condition is easy to get rid of if you treat it early. Use these easy tricks to clear up a minor case of heat rash. Easy home remedies. Stay out of the heat. As its name suggests, one of the main causes of heat rash is exposure to hot weather that encourages sweating. The less you sweat, the less sweat will build up behind your blocked pores and the less irritated your rash will be. Thus, the more time you can spend out of hot weather, the better. If you have access to it, spending time in an air-conditioned area is a very good idea. Not only does air conditioning make the air cooler, it also makes it much less humid. 3. This is a big help when it comes to fighting heat rash, as high humidity keeps sweat from evaporating, worsening heat rash. Wear loose, breathable clothing. If you're suffering from heat rash, it's wise to wear clothes that exposes your skin to fresh air. This gives the sweat and moisture on the skin a chance to evaporate and prevents moisture from building up around the rash like it would with tight clothing. It's not just about the clothes you wear, it's also about what they're made of. Fabrics like cotton and more breathable, jersey-like exercise weaves tend to be best, while sheer artificial fabrics like nylon and polyester are least breathable. If you're in hot weather, you may not want to wear clothes that outright expose your skin like shorts, tank tops, etc. These garments run the risk of sunburn, which will just make your skin more irritated and vulnerable to damage. Apply sunscreen generously or stick to loose but skin-covering clothes. Manual workers such as lawn mowers may try wetting their clothes before work. They should wear long sleeves and continue to add moisture to the clothes to prevent heat rash. Avoid hard physical activity. Exercise raises your body temperature and makes you sweat, exactly what you don't want when you have a heat rash. Though physical activity is great for long-term health, in the short term, it can keep a heat rash from healing and even make it worse. Take the opportunity to avoid intense physical activities while you're waiting for your rash to get better, especially if you would be doing them in hot, humid environments. This includes sports, hiking, running, weightlifting, calisthenics, and so on. Use soothing powder to dry the skin. Sometimes, especially in hot and humid climates, it can be difficult to keep heat rash-affected skin completely dry, even if you avoid exercise. In these cases, try applying a small amount of talcum powder, baby powder, or cornstarch in a pinch to the affected area. These powders absorb moisture, keeping the skin dry. Try to shower first, dry, and then apply the powder. Cornstarch can be more effective if you are able to spend some time without a shirt on at home. Don't use scented or perfumed powders, which can irritate rash-affected skin. You also will not want to apply any sort of powder to open wounds, as this can lead to infection. Bathe frequently and let your skin air dry. Keeping the skin clean is important when you have virtually any kind of rash. Dirt, grime, and bacteria can all make a heat rash worse by starting an infection, but regular bathing at least once per day while you have a rash can help keep your skin free of these contaminants. When you do bathe, don't rub yourself dry with the towel. Instead, let the water gradually air dry or pat it dry with your towel. Give the skin a chance to get fresh air every day. When you have a heat rash, remember, you don't have to wear the same clothes all day. If your work or other responsibilities keep you from wearing the sorts of breathable clothes that are best for heat rash, take them off when you get a chance to rest. This isn't an ideal situation, but giving the skin a chance to breathe some of the time is better than never giving it a chance to breathe at all. For example, let's say you're in a hot, humid jungle and you have heat rash on your foot. However, your work requires you to wear thick rubber boots. In this case, you might try switching to a loose pair of sandals at the end of each day after your cool-off shower. Exposing your heat rash to fresh air as often as possible will only help your situation.